Hi everybody, my name's Dom and welcome back to Three Bricks Higher. Guys, my pappy always said if the cows are standing then the fish are biting. And guys, these things are out here dancing around. Guys, we here at 3BH were fortunate enough to get a call from a buddy of mine today. He just purchased a lot of property, and on the back side of that property is a big beautiful pond. The only problem is the previous landowners, they either didn't know how to manage a pond properly or they just didn't care. Either way, that big old pond is just full of a bunch of small little bass, and the only way he can grow bass larger is to thin the herd. So we went out there and helped him out. And bringing home a mess of these little fish gave me the perfect opportunity to show you how to clean these things without having to scale them or gut them. Now you're probably saying there's 1,000 different videos on the internet that show how to fillet a fish. What makes mine different? Hell, I don't know. I've never even seen any of their videos. But one thing I do know is anytime a friend or family member or even strangers, when I'm cleaning fish on a boat dock, see how I fillet these fish, they tell me it's the most simplistic way, and they ask me to teach them how to do it. So how did I learn this method? Well, my pappy taught my dad taught me, and I taught my son, and now I'm fixing to show you. And guys, the first part of that is getting to know that knife, and that's exactly what we're fixing to do. Now guys, my daddy gave me this knife about 20 years ago, and to be honest, it's about the only knife I carry in the woods with me. It is a great multifunctional knife, but right now, guys, all we need is the fillet blade. Now, if any time at all during this process, your fingers make it in front of that blade, you're doing it wrong. Guys, this thing will not discriminate. It'll slice anything that you put in front of it. This knife blade bows and flexes. That's its job. And for it to do its job successfully, you've got to trust it. Now, here's your final disclaimer. I'm fixing to fillet this fish. So if you don't want to see that, just fast forward to the end. Guys, here's the fish. Now, if you see that front fin, you want to slide that blade right up underneath that front fin and slide straight down to the backbone. Once you get down to the backbone, you're going to turn that blade towards the back of the tail, and you're going to start slicing through the rib cage, and just keep slicing until you make it through the rib cage. Once you make it past the rib cage, you want to slow down your slicing because you're just cutting meat. And when you get to the end of that tail, you do not want to cut all the way through that thing. You literally just want to flip that meat over and then start filleting it out. Make sure that you trust that blade to do its job, let it flex and bow, and you're going to cut straight across the bottom of the skin, and when you're finished, you're going to have a chunk of meat. And you'll see the skin is perfectly clean. That's perfect. And right here you'll see the ribs on this fillet. You just cut it out along the rib line, and then you have a perfectly piece of filleted bass. Now flip that fish to the other side, do the exact same thing, and now guys, you didn't gut it, you didn't scale it, and you have two perfectly good pieces of meat without bones. Now if you're looking for a great recipe to fry fish, I'll have a link in the description down below. It's the same exact recipe that I used to fry the rattlesnake. It might take you 2 or 3 fish to get the hang of this technique, but that gives you an excuse to go fishing more often. So guys, again, my name's Dom with 3 Bricks Higher, and we post videos on that about every 2 to 3 weeks, and so check back or subscribe. That's up to you. I'm going fishing. Man, that's a good one right there, man. Everybody knows the camera takes away 10 pounds. Go put him in the cooler. We eating good tonight.